Welcome back to Onboard Lifestyle. Today, the engines are almost done. We just need to do a little bit more basic maintenance. And guess what? My dad's gonna help me.
I'm gonna help you?
Yes.
Okay, then get down here.
Okay.
I'll show you what you're doing first.
Okay.
You know, I think we're sitting pretty good on these engines. Everything's in, fuel system's in, water system's in, all the electrical's in. I'm feeling good. But before we turn these over, just a few things I want to do. I want to change out the impeller. I want to tighten up these belts or replace them. I want to take a good look at it. Some of them are pretty loose. I want to change the internal fuel filter here. I want to change the Raycor fuel filter. We're going to do an oil change, and we're going to do a gearbox oil change out of the SD20 sail drives. I've got everything lined up here. All our filters, belts. I even pulled the spare water pump out so I could check out. Well, here's my concern with this. I can't see the bolt under here. So I wanted to look at this to see the adjustment, and it's plain as day right here. So that's going to be a blind adjustment. I'll just have to reach under here to tighten this belt. But looks fairly easy. Belt looks like it's in great condition, so just to be a little bit of tightening on there. Okay, Emma, let's get going.
First thing I need to do is take the guard off. Now that I did the hard part by getting the guard off, my dad can do the easy part and inspect and tighten the belts.
Okay, both belts look like they're in great shape, but this one is too loose. So let's tighten that one up first.
Yeah, these feel much better, definitely. Next thing we have to do is put the impeller in. That goes right here. So I'll take the cover off for my dad and then he can work on it.
Watch that gasket. How's it doing? Don't peel the gasket. Be real careful with that gasket. See it?
Yeah, this?
Yeah. It's a little O-ring.
Okay.
See it?
What do I do with it?
Just kind of peel it out really slow with your fingers.
Which side? This
Yeah,
side?
yeah, do that side. Just make sure it doesn't damage it. There you go. Perfect. Okay. Now set that right down there. And let's look at this impeller. Look how old that looks. So it's a good thing we're changing it, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, after cleaning this up, it looks in pretty good condition actually. Everything's still flexible. There's no cracks. Feels good, but I'll put a new one in. I do have 5 extra impellers, but I'll throw this in my inventory just in case we run into a situation where we need a 6th one. Okay, I'm going to lube up the new impeller. Get it nice and slick to slide it right in. Also protects it. And it's in. Back of the plate, you can feel a little wear, but it's relatively smooth. So while Emma and I have been working on the engine, Lynn's been polishing out parts and painting any nuts and bolts or brackets that have any corrosion on it. Just trying to keep this engine as clean as we can.
Now that we replaced the impeller, the coolant seems to be low, so we gotta fill that up. Good thing I checked my dad's work before he did anything too permanent. It says right here, remove the coolant recovery tank cap and fill with coolant mix to the lower limit, not all the way up to here. So I had to remove it, obviously.
Okay, so big confession. I volunteered that Emma and I could do the oil change, but I've never done it. Can't be that hard. Just like the wheel, right?
That hard.
Just like the wheel, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we all know how that turned out.
Turned out perfect because Teal gave us the wrong instruction. I think he tricked us.
Yeah.
So I've seen him do this a million times. Okay, Emma, I want you to just hold this in there, but don't bring it in too deep
so
in
like
there.
this.
And just hang on to it, and then we can extract the oil.
Like that?
Yep.
Perfect.
But put that on the ground then, maybe.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Okay. This pump is really hard. I know manual pumps is what we wanted to do because then it's easier to store and we don't have to worry about motors or anything like that, but it's a workout. I don't want to admit to Teal that I can't do this. I can. It's just a workout. It's taking a lot longer than what I anticipated. All right, so I think I'm done. I believe that I got everything, if not a lot of it, the majority of the oil out of these engines, or this engine anyways. I gotta say, this was exhausting, but I'm not gonna tell Teal how hard it was to use that pump, so he'll be surprised.
Man, Lynn didn't tell me how hard this was. This little pump is handy because it's small, but it packs a wallop trying to pump this stuff out. It's going though. It's taking about an hour on each engine. Slow and steady wins the race. I don't know, I might get a bigger pump for the next oil change. We'll see. Okay, oil has been extracted from the engine. We'll get the oil filters removed and replaced and get fresh oil put in. Try to do this without making too much of a mess. Not too tight. You know, I'm getting down to the wire here. Last few items to do. After hundreds of things that we've done to these engines, as far as electrical connections and fuel and the seawater strainers. I mean, it was a little overwhelming in the beginning. But I did my research. I did a lot of reading, a lot of soul searching, and just kind of immersed myself with this whole project. And I'm feeling pretty comfortable. Even after all of this, I'm just a few minutes away. Just a few minutes from firing these up. I just got to get new oil in here, prime the system, bleed a couple valves, and test fire. It's going to be emotional, I think. I don't know why, but either I'm going to be elated or extremely disappointed. I'm a bit nervous. But I do feel comfortable with what I've done. So this will be exciting, regardless.
Yes, my husband is so talented and handsome. We are going to start these engines, but first we need to get some fuel. Yes, I agree. My daddy is so handsome. Aren't you, Daddy?
What are you guys talking about? Let's just go get some fuel.
Okay, we're just putting in 20 gallons in each tank. We don't want to keep the tanks full because we're hauling out. And we got nice weather to do it.
These are new seawater strainers, and they're dry, so we're going to prime these up. Okay, can you see? Don't overfill it. See it coming up?
Yeah.
Okay, slow down. Okay, this is it, people. I think I'm ready. Everything's looking good. We have fuel in the tanks, but these haven't been fired off in a while, so I read through the manual. It says to hold down the kill button or the stop button while you're cranking it over, just to get some lubrication into the engine, and wait a few minutes and do it again. So we'll do that 2 or 3 times before we try to fire it off. Okay, you ready? Ready. Hit the stop button once. Oh, that's good. That works. Do it again. Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I am nervous. Accumulation of hundreds of hours of work here. All goes down to this moment. Okay, lid. Okay. Starboard engine. Put it in on position. Touch the stop button. Okay, let go. Okay, holding down the stop button, crank it over. Stop! Holy crap. Whew. I think it's gonna work. Holy crap. Did you hear that, Em?
Yeah. So it works?
I think it's gonna. Okay, so we're gonna do this 2 or 3 times just to get the lubrication going through the engine before we fire them up. But wow, Okay, let's head over to the port side. I'm a little nervous. We've turned them over a few times now, holding the kill switch at the same time, just to get the lubricants flowing through this engine. And each time it feels like they just want to start up. But, I mean, there's countless hours in preparation here with the electrical, the fuel systems, the seawater strainers, just cleaning this up, and the housing around all this. I mean, it's been a ton of work, and I have a good feeling. Lynn?
Yes?
Are you up? You're in the cockpit?
I'm ready for you.
Okay, I'm on the port engine right now.
Okay.
Is the key in?
He's in. Just ready for your okay.
Okay, this time you're not holding the stop switch, right?
Okay.
We're gonna turn it over and see what happens.
Really?
Yeah? Okay.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay, hold on. I mean, why stall anymore? Let's try this. Go ahead. Holy sh**. It works! Hey! What do you think?
That's awesome!
Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Stop! Water's not running. Okay. Now we're over on the starboard engine. And same thing. Cross the fingers and hopefully it goes. Okay, I'm ready. Starboard engine, you ready?
I'm ready.
I guess crank it over.
Okay.
That fast? Kill it! Kill it! No water on this one either. Kill it! Okay, we were having a little bit of problem. Water wasn't going through the water pump. Every time I filled the sea strainer to prime it, I put the lid on, it would just drain right back out to the lake. That's because these engines have been sitting so long, there's air inside of here. So what I did on the other side, and it worked perfect, is I fill the water strainer, and we kick over the engine, and I just keep dumping in until we get enough water in the system here that we don't have that airlock. And then once I get about 2 gallons in there, we kill the engine, I put the lid on the sea strainer, and we're good to go. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, go ahead, and I'm on the port side. Start the engine. Okay. going. I guess crank it over.